can't just get cocaine and just casually do that and snort it and do what you do. That's expensive. But it's an expensive habit. That's expensive. That's very expensive. I don't care what
So what that mean? You gotta snort it?
No,
I'm just saying.
That's
what's the
nothing. You wasting.
price of the weed you gotta do?
Well, first of all, you wasting weed. I don't know why you snorting it. You wasting.
You wasted by burning it in paper.
Weed is not meant to be snorted. There is nothing that weed does to you if you are snorting
You don't know that. You ever chewed on a piece of marijuana?
Chewed on a piece of marijuana on purpose?
Yes, you ever ate weed before?
No.
Yeah, I have.
Why?
It made me high. Why? Because I had to.
What you mean you had to?
One moment.
Oh, this man podding earlier today. All right. Hello. How y'all doing, listeners? Welcome to the High Dollar Podcast. I'm your host, KQ Dog, and this is episode 127. Woo! Is it 127? 127, man.
It is 127. I didn't know the camera was on. I ain't gonna lie.
We are here doing our thing every week, making sure we're doing our thing consistently, making sure we hitting y'all over the head with beautiful content. You know what I'm saying? Wonderful, illustrious, updating, sometimes boring, but it's nice to us. So listen to us and enjoy. We talking about content. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the listeners, to the Apple Podcast, to the Spotify, to the YouTube, to all of the people who listen in and the watchers as well. You know what I'm saying? My man DB is in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
he in the building. You know what I'm saying? Whitley is not here. Whitley is, you know, y'all know how this go. Y'all know how this thing go. We ain't playing, but Whitley's not here. She will be with us again when she's back from her working and all of that good stuff. Greg, my dog, in the building. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Greg. He's here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Travis, man, out here doing things, on vacation, doing his thing, man. I'm trying to live like you, dog. But yeah, man, the squad is here. The squad is here. We're doing what we're doing, man. The High Dollar Podcast is, we've been living 4th of July. And I know by the time you guys hear this, it's like, damn. But yeah, that's just where we're at with the timeline. So yeah, man, how was your 4th of July, DB?
It was well, man. Spent like no bull, probably about 5-6 hours straight lighting fireworks, and I'm not exaggerating.
Hours straight?
Yes.
Oh.
Nigga started at like what time is it? Probably started about like 6:30, 7:30, something like that, and did not end till about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and it took an hour to clean up. So you know, it was a good time.
It was worth it.
He spent a lot of money on it, on a lot of fireworks. It was a great time though. Shout out to the homie. He came back home as well, not from prison, but from the military. I don't like prison, but yeah, shout out to him. He done came back from the Marines. That nigga is no longer a jarhead. He back home safe and sound before those wars kicking off. So we did that with him, and I cooked out Saturday for my little brother and little cousin and them, and they pulled up to the pool and we swam and ate shit. You know, yeah, it was a good little weekend. And then I relaxed Sunday and did nothing at all because I did all that all weekend. Got sunburn on my shoulders a little bit. You know?
What?
Just a little bit.
What you mean?
What do you mean?
That exists?
Yes, niggas get sunburn.
Really?
Yes, nigga.
Speak on it.
It's a little burning. We don't actually, I wouldn't say we get darker. So I got dark as hell, of course. The only reason why I know I got sunburn because it was hurting a little bit. When I got in the shower. That's the only reason how I knew. And my shoulders didn't peel yet, nothing like that. But I was like, damn, what the hell was I lifting weights or something? Like, what's wrong with my shoulders? And then I'm like, oh, I was in the sun. So it's a little stinging sensation mixed with a little burning.
You didn't put nothing on your body?
I did.
What you put on?
Nigga, what? Little sunblock. And it's melanated sunblock. Get it straight, nigga. Not that fake.
Just put some cocoa butter. That's where you put all this extra melanated, all these new technology.
Cook for real.
So some cocoa butter. Put some cocoa butter. You know, some shea butter. You good, dog? African shea butter. You know, if you don't, you know what I'm saying? If the wheel ain't broken, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying?
Put sunblock on your body every day for work, so make sure I don't burn myself and shit. But I definitely probably got like since the sun had been out. Talking about sun, since the sun had been out in general, probably got about 2 or 3 shades darker.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes. Shout out to the sun.
For sure. Tattoo starting to fade away. Like I'm back in high school again. You can't see the ink no more. That's how nigga know he dark. You can't see the ink. The ink start going fading away. Nigga, you black as hell. On a melanated person.
Hey man, shout out to Rondre Howard.
Damn, that's
you know,
crazy.
You know. If you know, you know. Shout out to the Matthew Butler Bulldogs freshman year 2010. You know. Shout out to Rondre Howard.
Strays.
That's my dog, man. But nah, man. Listen, 4th of July was.
That's the ugliest shit in the world.
4th of July was a great, interesting weekend for me. Steve, all right, thank you. Your boy went on Mario World. He went to my boy KQ went to Mario World. All right. We went to Mario World, had a good time. I went to Mario World by myself. And then I went to Harrisburg to watch the festivities. And it was nice with fireworks, food trucks, a whole bunch of things. Shout out to Harrisburg for putting a great event. But the fireworks were good. You know, we saw Definitely Family. We saw Whitley's people, her sister, her mama, her niece. Shout out to Lulu, beautiful Lulu. Yeah, man, it was a great experience, man. I like to look at fireworks and just marvel at just the way that they explode and pause, and the way that it, does different colors, and the way it
busts.
The way it busts. But see, here's the thing though. This is where everybody's watching the same show, right? And so we're all saying ooh ah. But that's where it's like, who designs these fireworks to the point where they do what they do? That's where you want to get technical, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do they know when you like this and it blasts off, it's gonna be boom with a heart? There was some with a smiley face, right? There was just certain ones that just had certain themes. I was just like, that's very specific. How did y'all do that? It's very interesting.
That's probably the most interesting question you've ever asked since I've met you. Right there.
Come on.
You got me wondering. And I'm about to go down a rabbit hole and research now.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, I mean, that's one of the things that I think about in those times of just marveling at fireworks in abundance, right? Yeah. And that's where, aside from the joyous, feeling of fellowship and food and fireworks, 4th of July is a day that we just get together and have a good old time. The history and the embarkings of it, we don't really discuss. Who cares? It's a reason to not be at work. It's a reason to not be at school or summer vacation. But the point is, we did some fireworks, ate some food, got some drinks, did some Mario stuff. Yeah, it was dope, man. And shout out to the new cookout on Harrisburg. That looked beautiful. Can't wait till y'all get public on stocks. I was speaking to Willie about
that. The best DMV. Shout out to y'all's DMV.
Really?
I get in and out every time.
Really? That is so interesting you say that, DB. You are good with segues. I'm not going to
order one in Huntersville.
Oh, shout out to you, Huntersville.
Straight up, one of the roads.
Shout out to y'all, man.
Statesville.
Keep being progressive and getting those people in and out of there to make sure they get their stuff. You might see me soon. But the point is, yeah, man. Shout out. It was a good 4th of July weekend for me. Definitely just kind of winded down after that and got back in the car and got back to the money. So yeah, that was really what I did for the weekend. Wasn't anything too extra. I will leave you with where I was a year ago, if you people understand where I was a year ago with this podcast and what 4th of July and what it was for that. So, shout out to the growth. Got to say that just for timeline's sake. But yeah, we have topics today. Not a lot, very little. But I guess because we don't have Whitley here and me and Daryl like to talk, then we're going to just expand the podcast as much as we can with these topics and segue our ass to an hour. Yeah.
Must be the money.
Yep. Here he is. This way 127, man. We over here getting into the trenches of the numbers to where we gotta entertain the people. But this is where I get off the cusp with the topic, which just so happens, Daryl. If you don't see him, he's wearing an Oregon long sleeve shirt, and I just so happened to see this topic, and I wanted to talk to him about it.
Hey man, shout out to Oregon, Northeast Portland, Oregon, man.
So
what's going on?
In 2002, excuse me. I'm sorry. In 2002, the University of Oregon and Nike introduced a futuristic mascot named Mandrake. But after one season and plenty of mockery, the suit was quietly retired.
Mandrake.
You remember Mandrake?
I don't remember him. Never seen him a day in my life, and that looks very creepy. I would not want to see that as a mascot. No. Fuck no. The creepiest mascot to walk this earth.
Nah, don't
you
do
got
that.
A muscular ass duck.
Creepiest mascot on earth? I don't think so, man.
I guarantee it.
Nah,
that something. Duck looks very, very, yeah, it looks like a lizard, first of all.
See, you gonna make me go
too
down
masculine. Like, that just looks too
too masculine.
A duck is personified. That's the human mixed with a duck. Exactly what
a humanoid duck.
Like,
yeah,
fuck no.
That's what y'all look like when
and then he named it Mandrake. Out of all the names in the world, it can't just be Ducky or
Duck. Man, nah, but that sounds soft as fuck, man. Mandrake, nigga. We coming in with the
What the fuck is a Mandrake?
I don't know. That's why. Listen,
shit is fake.
This is a
But what the hell is it?
It's not a duck. Mandrake. Let's look it up, y'all.
I don't like that word. Drake, just because Drake's in it, I really don't like it. I ain't gonna lie. What? That sounds weird.
Oh my gosh.
Mandrake. Oh, you better get sensitive because we talking about Drake.
No.
Nigga better get his feelings.
No.
Sorry, guys.
No, let's not get off kilter.
Man, what?
Let's not get off kilter. A mandrake is a root of a plant, often associated with the nightshade.
That's a real word.
What?
They made that up.
No, a mandrake is a real thing, but usually it does pertain to plant life. But a mandrake animal or a mandrake mythology, say Harry Potter. A mandrake, man. All right, listen. The point is,
what is it? Let me see. Say it out loud.
Mandrake mythology encompasses a rich tapestry of beliefs surrounding a mandrake plant, primarily focusing on its human-like root, and it's supposed to be lethal, screaming unrooted. Again, it's plant life.
That sounds like some bullshit.
It's things that associate with apples or plants or fruits or things that involve creation.
So why would they name a human-ass duck Mandrake?
Well, you just asked me one of the most ridiculous, creepiest mascots, and I think I have another one. And it's crazy because I love y'all because y'all did. Hey, I was there first there, but the Oakland Ballers have a possum. The Oakland Ballers, and they have.
That's just weird.
It's a possum.
But is that their mascot?
Scrappy the possum.
Scrappy the possum.
Yeah,
that's poor.
Shout out to.
That's fucking piss poor. A fucking possum.
Shout out to Oakland, man. Nah, shout out to the Ballers. I got two. Yeah,
that makes sense. Oakland.
Hey,
Oakland Possums.
Hey. It's not the Oakland Possums. It's the Oakland Ballers.
Oh, I know. I just had to make fun at you. Oakland Possums.
The point of Mandrake.
Let me see that possum. Y'all, that's ugly.
Nah,
as hell.
but
somebody's wearing that shit.
Hey, don't do that. Shout out to my dog, man. I know him personally. But yeah, he Scrappy the possum.
Well, he don't need to wear it. You can tell him to take that shit off.
Nah, man. He definitely is somebody who's
at least do it look good.
Yes.
Scrappy the possum.
Scrappy the possum.
That's a mascot.
That's the mascot. This was last year. I was literally here I was literally in the stands for this.
Do it look fun?
The kids like him. They
could at least made it a damn.
So
I ain't never heard no mascot being no damn possum.
So I have to do my due diligence. I've worked with them. I know the history. I have to do my due diligence. So Scrappy the possum. Here's the story. I'm gonna make it really quick and clean. Oakland A's. The Oakland A's were the national baseball team of Oakland. They have had a lot of politics to where they're leaving. They have left.
They're not there no more.
They are leaving.
Where they at?
They were trying to go to Vegas, but now they have been relocated to San Francisco. Sacramento.
Sacramento A's.
it's the capital, so it's some type of revenue they can keep it in Oakland without leaving it to Vegas. They wanted to go to Vegas just like the Raiders did, but the budget wasn't there, and they wanted to keep it in house, so they chose to keep it in house in California, but go to Sacramento.
Sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me, but go ahead.
So with that, it left Oakland without a baseball team. So Oakland put a budget together to get a minor league team, the Oakland Ballers. The first season, as I was working there, they didn't have a mascot. They were just who they were, the Bees. And they were green and yellow, just like the A's, but they had the Bees. Once the mascot was unveiled, Scrappy the Possum, they gave the story of how the Coliseum, where the A's played, was very run down and very rugged to where
infested by possums and shit. Get the fuck out of here.
They homed animals inside of the place because it wasn't well kept. Inside was a possum that they knew lived there and frequent there. And when it walked around the arena, nobody really got scared. They embraced it as a side mascot inside of the thing. So they made it seem like Scrappy was the last thing that left Oakland in terms of the A's and have gone and made its own baseball team.
So out of anything in the world they could have did with their money,
I did my due diligence to say it accurately. Yes, but yes.
Out of anything that Oakland could do with their money, spice the city up, recreational center, they decided to make a baseball team, minor league baseball team.
Yes.
And name it
the Ballers.
The Ballers.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. And then they made a mascot out of thin air and decided to just, say, fuck it, we're going to make the fucking possum a mascot.
Yes.
Out of any other animal that they have, cat, a dog, like a dog, that's perfect. A dog with a bee around his neck, it's perfect. But you decided to get a fucking possum. No bueno. As Mark, I can't see that being marketed very well.
The first season was last season. They had a good season. I left in the middle to come to yours truly.
Who's playing? Sorry, who plays on that team?
I personally know. No, I don't know.
I'm not. Team good.
They are. That is where I was going to get to. They are good. They are very, very good. They're one of the newest teams in the franchise that they represent in the minor league, and they're good. They housed the first female pitcher or the first female to get into the minor league, so they housed that for her as well. So they hold history and they're making good teams, and they're good because a lot of their teams are getting promoted to the major league. So sometimes you have good players and you don't get good, or you lose your fire because certain players get promoted.
This nigga got a whole. They got a whole. I got more Instagram followers than these niggas.
They are a very young team. A lot of support from E40, Too Short. Go to their games. A lot of people from Green Day. A lot of fanfare really supports them, especially last season when
Oakland
I was there.
locals is what it sounded like to me.
I mean, yeah, but Oakland locals who have push and they have a following and they win. So I think that's something that they get behind.
At least they win. I see Too Short.
Yeah, he came a couple games. He gets honored a lot during those games. His music gets played throughout the games.
I ain't gonna lie. That what you call this? I guess would you call this an emblem or a logo?
Yes, that is the emblem. Yes, that's the logo.
That shit dope.
I have two hats in the back. Yes,
that should be lit on a damn baseball hat.
Yeah, I have the two custom. Well, they're custom because they were for us as workers.
But they should have did they could have damn, just make it a human with a bee around his neck. Why the fuck is it a possum? I just can't get around the possum. Like
you are not wrong.
I want to get with it.
You're not wrong.
I ain't gonna lie. I really do, and I'm trying, but I just can't get with the possum. You could have made a panther, a smooth ass cat.
Ooh, that would have been nice.
Fucking something smooth. A smooth little tiger, a leopard, cheetah, gazelle, deer,
something.
Anything besides a possum.
No, I hear you, Daryl. You're preaching to the choir, especially the first season.
Like, it just don't look good. Look at that. They're like a cat.
people didn't understand what it was off of the reveal. But once you see the tail, you're like, oh, that's a possum because you know what a tail of a
And you
possum
got the
looks
zoo day. When have you ever seen a possum in the zoo? I ain't ever seen no fucking possum in the zoo. Possum is roadkill.
like. Well, again, I don't.
No bullshit. I hit a possum about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I tried to stop and avoid it, but they were playing dead, so I said, fuck it, and hit that bitch anyway.
Oh my goodness.
No bullshit.
Well, I'm glad that nobody. Well, the whole thing was animals and mascots. That's really what I was getting to. I didn't have any more about the shout out to the ballers.
Yeah, the possum is stupid. Sorry. Good concept, but I don't like it. And that mandrake animal, man boy, is stupid as hell too. Other than that, no disrespect to the teams. But yeah, that marketing team, y'all niggas is stupid as fuck. Stupid as hell. And should be fired and replaced by some real niggas.
Don't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
The guys and the girls behind the marketing team obviously felt like that was the best to connect to the town. And
time to move on.
And it's working. So shout out to Oakland, man. Yeah, man, this is where I'm gonna get a little technical. I'm gonna get petty. I don't give a damn. So networks have now added a disclaimer. Let's say, fuck it. Networkers now added a disclaimer before airing Rush Hour, right? There's a warning that contains offensive content. So now, apparently, when Rush Hour, if you are old enough to know what that movie is, the first one in '98, there is a disclaimer that says we all love our '90s buddy comedies, but this movie was created in a different time. FYI, certain depictions, language, and humor may seem outdated and at times offensive. What the fuck does created in a different time mean? What does that mean? Cause that I don't know about something about that phrase just make me feel away.
Different time, I don't know that like motherfuckers is old or something.
Like this was created in a different like why I feel like when niggas be watching like the Three Stooges.
Yeah, that's a different time.
That's how I felt when I saw that message.
Time
like,
period and all.
What the hell? What you trying to say?
That's a different time.
I love that movie. I love every line. I know every line. I don't think there's a problem with any line in that movie. What the hell is the problem?
Y'all just sensitive as hell.
Different time. FYI.
Sensitive as fuck.
Certain depictions. FYI. See, that's the part where it's the new. I'm gonna sound like old fuck. New generation. FYI. Nigga, what the fuck you saying FYI for?
You should have just put for your information.
Oh my god.
Disclaimer. Or
we can't even put all the words.
Parental advisory or something. These niggas is putting what you call them shits acronyms.
Y'all too cheap to damn type the rest of the words on the damn shit. Come on now. You already went to we all love our 90s buddy comedies. What's a buddy comedy?
I don't know what the hell that is.
I'm breaking this fucking message down piece by piece like a verse. I don't give a damn. Nah, a buddy comedy. What is that?
I guess supposed to be a friendly comedy fucking movie. Would you consider Step Brothers a buddy comedy then, if that's the case?
I believe so. A buddy film is a subgenre of adventure and comedy film in which two people go on an adventure, mission, or road trip. Oh yeah, yeah. You said Step Brothers.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it. Yes.
Blades of Glory.
Yes.
Okay.
Super Bad, Dumb and Dumber, Tommy Boy, The Other Guys.
So otherwise, some of the most
21 Jump Street,
irrational, hilarious,
yes, knee slappers,
comedy movies to ever.
Central Intelligence,
watched.
Kevin Hart, The Rock.
Let's be great shit.
Buddy Games, Bad Mom, Blades of Glory. You said that.
All these movies that people shouldn't be watching, but we watch.
Yeah.
All the movies that are the most offensive.
Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw. Wow, that's technically a buddy comedy? Huh. Bad Boys Ride or Die. Bad Boys for Life. That is a buddy comedy. Yeah. Bad Boys.
What about
Grown Ups? Ted? And I think other people who have their favorite type of movies in this genre. Okay, when did we have to start saying these are offensive?
Listen to me. This world is weird as hell. I ain't never heard that term in my life. Buddy comedies. What the fuck is that?
Well, okay. With all due respect, buddy comedy is what the
it's not
technical
a
term.
genre though.
It's a subgenre. It's a subgenre of.
Nigga, that's nowhere.
Huh?
Where you put that subgenre at? I ain't never seen that on no streaming device.
Well, buddy film is a subgenre of adventure and comedy. So if you were to go to the adventure section or you go to the comedy
it's either
section,
adventure or comedies.
A movie can be in two separate.
Correct, but separate. It's not called buddy comedies.
Right, but I guess because that is what it's called specifically, it goes in those two categories.
I don't like that, but go ahead.
I mean, I like the fact that there is something.
Those are like raunchy comedies that I like.
I love those.
That's what I'm saying. I like it, but to call it buddy comedies, you can't really say buddy comedies because of the terms that are being used in those movies, the things that are being talked about, what's going on in those movies. I really wouldn't say people. I want to say people friendly. It's not kid friendly movies. They're making it seem like buddy comedies is like. That's how I interpret it. When I hear buddy comedies, I'm thinking like it's very kid friendly.
Oh, it's friendly.
And those shits, yeah, I mean it's funny, but it's not like family. Like you wouldn't sit there and I mean I would with my family, but certain families wouldn't sit there and put those movies on with their family. You know what I'm saying? It's not like buddy.
Right.
So that's why I guess the term is throwing me off. But that's all.
Nah, man. So Rush Hour it definitely falls in that category, and I think for what it was used for that specific movie, the way that Jackie and Carter talk to each other, right? The way that they crack the jokes, bitch up your ass back to China, bitch ass your ass back down. Do you understand the words that come out of my mouth? Things that are legendary if you know these movies. I don't know, man. I just don't. I don't remember that movie being rated R. Like I don't know. Like there's just certain things my old brain is starting to see is being like, man, get these kids out of here to where we ain't gotta have these built in a different time. Man, nigga, fuck you. All right, I'm done. I'm done with that. I mean, and it was successful because it had 2 and 3 in 2001 and 2007, and I think they. Did you feel like they watered it down, or they feel like they kind of kept it on brand?
It was cool, but I mean, just times changed, just like anything else. Like if they were to try to make it now, I wouldn't think it would be as funny.
Mm-hmm. Like the Coming to America and niggas waited way too long to get the sequel off. Mm-hmm. I wasn't necessarily running to it. Not for me at all. Mm-hmm. All right. You got a topic, Daryl? You got anything, man?
What am I about to say? I don't even remember. Hey man, y'all stay hydrated. It's hot as hell.
It is a hot summer this year for all you people on the East Coast and the South. Okay, they have talking about record-breaking
make wise decisions in this heat. Don't be in a house with some dumbass people that get irritated because it's hot. You know what I'm saying? Call your local HVAC motherfuckers and get your AC units right. Too hot to be in these houses with no AC.
Amen on that. And blessed for the ones who have AC, whether it be in your house or your cars, wherever you're listening. We appreciate you
get
being
a bag of ice and put a fan in front of that motherfucker.
Yeah, man, it's one of them summers. It is one of those summers, and like it's not even like one of those things where it's like, I want it to be cold. It's like it's one of those summers. Get you a popsicle. Get you a nice glass of lemonade. Go to Chick-fil-A. You know what I'm saying? Get you something cold and nice. You know what I'm saying? That's one of them summer days, especially how it is going. I'm not counting my days to close to the winter. I'm enjoying every piece of this heat. I'm not wishing for it to get colder anytime soon. I'm not. No. Hopefully it stays a little warm in the winter. I'm joking. I want to see snow low key.
You want to see snow low key?
Low key, just a little bit. That's why I came back to North Carolina. Because I wanted.
That's not why you came back.
One of the reasons why I enjoy being on this side of the country is because of the seasons that you don't get to you don't have the privilege to have on the other side. So when it comes to fall, you definitely get those leaves. You definitely have a lot of trees where the leaves change, and when it comes to winter, you definitely don't get snow out here in Charlotte. But if you get a little bit, that's enough to shut everything down. Now, granted, I've learned my lesson last winter with the shit that I talked about with y'all earlier this year. I will not be driving when that fucking sleet hit the ground. Fuck no. But it's enjoyable to look at. It's enjoyable to like. I like to marvel like the rest of the city at snow and don't do anything until it dissipates because we just like that. We're just like that. I love it. But hey, man, we need to start traveling. I was looking at my passport the other day.
Traveling says the person doesn't answer their phone.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's the bone I gotta pick with you. That's what we're talking about. This nigga act like he the president or the damn secretary for the president or the fucking vice president.
DB, man, listen.
Talking about traveling, nigga don't got time to travel. From what it sound like. Free plates,
There have been moments where I had this last week. Let's get to it. This last week really has been
get into it, yeah.
A grind. I'm gonna say up until yesterday, from the time that y'all hear this, will be a week ago, but it's been a grind, right? To get ahead in your adult life, which means bills. So, life is not so much so where I can come on this podcast every week and be like, the last week was blah, 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 music, everything, and da 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 da, and went over here and kicked it without having to have hours on hours of on the back end creating some income for myself to sustain this. I've been sustaining it for a year. It's been blissful, but certain times the hours have to oversee the social, and I'm trying to balance it. And this last week was one of those, especially for the July. I really had to get into the grind more than the social. And even in that moment of being social, I was being forgetful as hell and forgot my phone at the crib the whole night. Yeah, looking like
sounds like a bunch of baloney to me.
Hey,
but
man,
I'll take it.
Listen, man, all I can tell you is the truth, man. The stories that I make are only good because they're true. That's all I can give you, man. Um, I, mm, mm, mm. I'm only doing this because Whitley is not here, and if Whitley was here, she would not want it to go past how long it's already been, especially this timeline, because it's like, nigga, y'all not talking about this. But that's why I'm telling you, I have to get it off. We have to get it off if people want to talk about it. I have a take. I have a real take, but I'm gonna talk about what the people or what y'all want to hear surface level. Then I'll get deeper. Pause. This Diddy verdict. Um, so he was guilty of transportation of prostitution. He was not guilty of the RICO, and he was not guilty of what was the other one? Sex trafficking. The major crimes that really were trying the major crimes that they're really trying to get him for, he was not guilty for. The thing that he was guilty for the overall case, he was guilty, but the crime that he was guilty of is a very minor thing compared to what they were really trying to get him for. So it's a win. It's a win. It's a win-win to everybody. But at the end of the day, a lot of people are looking at this as if all he got was if all he was guilty for was this thing, which was very minor compared to what he was really, really supposed to be guilty for, and that is what the verdict is, how does he move with this situation?
Ain't nobody give a fuck about that bullshit.
They don't.
They just put his whole business out in this world.
They really put my man's
just as simple as that. Nobody care.
Information.
They just wasted their time. They wasted everybody else's life because, as you see, you're still feeding into this bullshit. Nobody care. Like he's a freaky man. We know.
Freaky man. How would you feel if your information?
Yeah, he should be charged with some shit. But if you're gonna try with some shit, you should have did it years ago. He been doing that weird shit. Just like all these other people been doing that weird shit. Why do y'all wait so long to come out with this shit? Nobody cares after so fucking long. I don't give a fuck about this shit anymore. It's not. It's like he's not in jail, is he?
He is still.
I mean, he's not gonna go to jail.
The verdict is the sentencing has not been.
He's not going to jail. That nigga getting out. And then what you gonna talk about? How did he beat that?
Oh, I'm done talking. I'm
fucking
done talking
money, nigga. Money talks, bullshit walks, bitch. Let me go be a freaky man. Y'all still come to these parties and get dick in the butt still. I'm gonna still pay y'all to shut the fuck up. And then what? 25 more years when I'm on my deathbed like Bill Cosby, y'all still gonna try to come after me again.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say he was gonna do a tell all or something.
Fuck no.
Gonna go to the grave with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that nigga, man. They didn't get money. Been getting money. The stuff that he should be going to jail for, he ain't going to jail for. So they talking about the wrong shit. This shit makes no sense. Should have went to jail for all the other shit with Biggie and all that shit. And all that extra shit with the little ass girls raping them and shit when they was younger. Grooming them and shit.
Was that
so?
Okay.
Yeah, they ain't saying nothing about that shit now. So shut the fuck up. Dumb shit. He a freaky man. That's all.
Well, there you have it, folks. We have tried the Diddy Chronicles up until this part of the podcast to where we are going to be done with that. I did my due diligence. I know Whitley's going to be here and she's going to speak her piece on it and she will have her space to speak on it. But I just had to, just tell you guys, hey, don't act like I don't talk about it as a podcaster. But I will say what I really wanted to talk about past this was why, and I think this is what me and Dale talked about off the pod, why are not even this case, but just celebrity cases so fucking big. Like, why do we not like as a society, like as as a people, like why do we put so much stock into these cases? Even like the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard shit, like some about celebrities and them having themselves in a courtroom is just cinema. And I don't know why we flock to that shit when real shit going on, man.
When you say we talking about you,
we as people who it doesn't have, we don't have to be fully fledged
in it. In general, people are consumers.
Yes.
So they consume wherever the fuck everybody else is. People are followers. So once one person looks at it, repost it, somebody gonna click on it.
Yep.
And that's like a chain reaction. So you're gonna be nosy as fuck, and you're gonna snit around, and that's exactly how that shit goes. Because nobody really be caring about it until everybody cares about it. Honestly, why? Because everybody want to feel a part. They want to feel together. Like you're, let's talk about this. Nobody really gives a fuck. Some people really do. Why? Because they feed into the bullshit. But nobody really gives a fuck about that shit. It's just what's talked about. It's what's hot, and everybody want to be trendy, so they gonna feed into it. That nigga don't pay my bills. He don't do shit for me. I probably never will. I still listen to his music. I'm still gonna listen to his music, just like R. Kelly and everybody else. That nigga don't faze me and ain't gonna stop this motion this way. But everybody else care. Only thing that's gonna stop is him. They ain't gonna stop his business. They ain't gonna stop his sons. You're just gonna stop him. And that's for the moment. Small thing to a giant, what it seemed like to me. He got money. He can do what he want to do. He's been doing this shit. That's why, again, I keep saying, why does anybody care now? I should have been cared years ago.
Well, I mean, from where I respond, where he says he wasn't on my radar. I was thinking about my own life and things that involve me, but musically, he wasn't even.
Think about if you was P Diddy and you had, not even if you was P Diddy, you was just a producer, had all this money, and you was a freaky man. Imagine if you got caught. What would be in your house in the middle of whenever? You feel me? So just put it like that. So I put it in perspective. Nigga ain't no telling what's gonna be at my goddamn house. He just happened to have a bunch of fucking baby oil and dildos in certain places.
Yeah, man. But I guess if if all the things he got charged for, and I'm into with this, of all the things he got charged for, he got guilty for, there was just a whole lot of personal mess. Sure, it was to the public because certain people felt like it needed to be outed for her as being a victim, but I don't know, the way the story just played out, the way both sides played their testimonies and their evidence, it was just very messy to where we weren't really. To me, it didn't seem like they were really getting to to the the violence or or the attempting of the notion of Rico, the motion of Rico, the motion of sex trafficking. None of the things that were presented or the things the way that they were presented just gave that heinous shit. So that's just where, I watched it from my angle. I saw what I saw. I took what I took. Saw other people's opinions to where that's just where it was. Um, Man, I'm cool with that. I didn't really have much with that. I wish Whitley was here to really give her side of it because I know she's invested. Um, Damn, bro, I had one more topic. I had one more topic. Oh, I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna talk about it. This is what it is. I have my take. I love this because this is where I am not. When I see it as a fan, I want to speak to it as a fan, even if no one else like Daryl has a thing to say. I want to speak to it. If I'm talking to the listeners, y'all feel what I'm saying? Comment, hit me up. We can talk about it. Uh, Here we go. Drake just put out a new single, man. I don't know why Daryl looking at me like that, man. I just have some thoughts I want to put out with it. What did I miss, right? And I personally saw the whole Iceman roll out, and I was like, if it's music, I'm always down to hear it because it's all about the music. It wasn't music, it was some other stuff, like a long hour episode. You're doing a whole bunch of shit. I don't care for that. I want to hear good music. I want to hear progression. I want to hear shit that pushes the needle in terms of where he's at and what's happened. So I hear what do I miss? I like it. I do. I really do. I like the second half too. I really do. It's a start. I'm saying I'm really hopeful that this album really brings me back as a fan to why I like this nigga in the beginning or in the early stages of his career.
Yeah, this conversation came out of fucking nowhere.
Well, no,
You just had to glaze Drake real fast.
why it had to be glazed, man? I've talked about Kendrick.
Glazing the fuck out of Drake.
It's why is it
off
glazing?
Of one song, you talking about a fucking album. When the hell did he talk about an album?
He's been talking about an album.
And this whole time, nobody knows about it.
It's called Iceman.
Nobody gives a fuck about Drake no more.
See, it's not so much about the politics of it. It's so much of just an artist.
I ain't heard not one Drake song since that little beef that they had.
I just said that he dropped a song called "What Did I Miss." It's out right now.
I know it just dropped like 2 days ago.
But so with that being said, if you follow his followings,
I don't care.
He has an album that's coming out. I'm speaking from a fan's perspective of the music. The man put out a single. Bullshit. I like the single. It's cool. I feel like it's not gonna be on some For All the Dogs R&B shit,
soft sappy shit.
I do not think that it will be that. I think it will finally be some more up tempo shit where niggas can really bump it in the car and really be on that type of time.
Like
I really
that
do.
Damn album he put out with the damn all that disco and that weird shit.
No, not honestly. Never mind. We're not. No.
Snort a line of coke to hear that shit. Bullshit music. If it ain't on some Take Care or Nothing Was the Same or Views, nigga, I don't want to hear that shit.
It could be. It could be more like. I say I don't want to compare, but I just feel with this song, regardless of what happened in the past, because at the end of the day, those are two giants colliding, doing what they're doing. At the end of the day, when he brings his pen or brings the team with the pen out when they really do the good music, it's good music, bro. It's good music at the end of the day, bro. I want good music. I want Drake to make good music again. I want to hear a project, not the shit he did with Party, which was I ain't even talk about that shit on the podcast. But the what?
Go ahead.
What'd you say?
Go ahead.
Bro, why can't I just talk about man, what the fuck you, Daryl? The point I'm saying is, man, someone who if you know what? No. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Continue, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead. Don't worry about it. Continue. Go ahead. Don't let you continue. Put some shine on Drake. Go ahead. Put some shine on Drake. Put some shine on him. Shine a light on him. Hey, shine a light on him. Hey, go ahead.
This man has a project called Iceman coming out. I'm really excited to see when it comes. I'm really excited to see what he got going. I don't see it as anything. I don't see it as anything less than a fan excited to see one of his artists make some music and have a comeback from a beef that he lost. That's really what I'm saying. I can't get into my fun artistry dip bag because niggas think I'm glazing. Just I grew up watching, listening to this dude, and obviously the politics that come with it is mainstream hip hop, and niggas love hip hop, follow hip hop, study hip hop, part of hip hop. Can't talk about fucking hip hop. It's cool. Niggas can't talk about hip hop. It's alright. It's cool.
Now he mad because I said he glazing Drake.
Nah, it ain't so much about.
Why you mad? Because I said you glazing Drake.
Because I'm not. I don't think I am. I don't think I am. I think I'm talking about something that's just relevant in hip hop right now. And when I talk about hip hop, it don't.
Drake's not relevant in hip hop right now. I ain't even heard the song yet. I ain't gonna lie. I looked at it and I ain't heard it yet. I ain't heard nobody play it yet. I ain't heard it on the radio not one time. I can't tell you the start of the song, the beginning of the song, the middle of the song. So I can't tell you not one line from the song that I'm not being funny.
You know what? This reminds me of? This reminds me of when Drake and Party Next Door put out their album, and I listened to it on my own in the car, and I was driving. Album. It's fine, but when I listened to it when it first came out, and I really was disappointed in what I was listening to, and then when Nokia came on, my reaction was,
that's that song.
Yes. When Nokia came on, and I heard this in the car by myself the first time, and the shit just came out, I was like, wait, are you serious? This the single? This the one that niggas going? This the niggas that niggas? I knew in my brain that this is the one that niggas gonna fuck with. This the one that everybody gonna fuck with. This the one everybody gonna be jumping up and down with. Mind you, I like the song. I thought it was goofy, but I thought the song was dope. It grew on me, and I started singing that shit all the time at work. To the point after I burnt the shit out. I stopped playing that shit because I played it so much. I was off of it. Niggas around me start singing that shit, not because I was doing it, but because at the time the shit finally got traction and the shit was the number one song in the fucking world. So I know when I hear a good song, and I know when I hear a nigga who got one. So I believe that Drake is definitely, this ain't one of them. What Did I Miss is not one of them. It's a start. Like I said off the pot, it's a start. But I do believe this is something that could definitely get him in a place where he can definitely be not looked at how he's looked at. Not the off the booth shit, in the booth shit. Like you're a good artist. You can make good music, bro. You've done it for this long. Keep doing it. That's all it is, man. Fucking glazing. Anyways, well, you got an artist young. Who the artist you be listening to, man? What Kodak doing, man?
I don't listen to Kodak.
This what? What?
Because you want to sit there and try to throw Kodak.
Well, hold on.
And try to be all stereotypical.
No, I'm not. I'm being factual. I'm being factual. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I literally went into the crib
because you all butthurt.
No. Drake. I'm being factual. I came in your crib. You had Kodak on.
Hear what he's doing.
No. Okay.
Enough to talk about it. He ain't doing shit right now that's relevant.
Okay.
To where I gotta talk to him, talk about it.
The point I'm saying,
I don't gotta glaze Kodak right now.
Nigga, you glaze. All right, you know what? You glaze. See, and you didn't even glaze on me because I don't even think it was a glaze. I think you were just shining light on something. But the G Herbo and the Sun shit, I thought that was a nice topic.
That was shining light on fathers and kids in the industry. That's exactly what that was.
This nigga. Okay.
It was. Okay. That's exactly what that was.
All right. Okay. Cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's that he was shining a light on fathers and children. Yes.
In the industry, correct?
In the industry. Yeah, that's what he was doing. I just said that. That's what he was doing. Well, I'm good. You got any more topics, bro?
I'm great, man.
Shit. Nigga can't talk about music, man. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get back in my music shit and get a whole bunch of music topics like I used to back before, honey.
Do that
because I
add that in there.
No, I'm
with other artists.
Yes, if other artists is doing stuff
with other artists.
What are see? You know what?
I didn't know he. I just told you I didn't know that he did something.
That wasn't.
I ain't know nothing about no album or a song.
What I said was not a response to what you're saying. I'm saying it to myself to where there are artists out here doing stuff. And I probably am not out here doing my due diligence to do the proper announcements.
Because you're just looking at Drake.
Just fucking. it's one of them moments, man, where you just want to keep the timeline of one of your favorite artists, you know what I'm saying, and see what's gonna happen. And you have a platform you can speak on. And it's fine. You know, Daryl's gonna have an artist that he gonna, fuck with, like, and he gonna talk about him and, bring him on the podcast. And because it's not even so much of Drake being an artist, it's because and I guess we can end it here because that's really where we can end it. We'll have people on this podcast, right? Artists who are who are local, right? Who will have their stories, have their music, and have their have their politics, have their origins, right? And that's what we'll get into in the podcast. And once they get on the podcast, whether they are an artist, poet, whatever, we follow them and we talk about their moves and see what they're doing. And it's just a part of the thing that makes this podcast what it is, right? So nah, man. Yeah, that's all I got. What is this? Episode 127. Mm-hmm. This is a great episode. I'm glad y'all were able to watch and listen and enjoy our foolishness. I am your host, KQ Dog, and we are out. Bye.